Welcome to Kinfolks Knowledge.
JavaScript program to check whether a string starts and ends with certain characters. Certainly. Here's a JavaScript program to check whether a string starts and ends with certain characters. JavaScript. Function starts and ends with str, starts with, ends with. Return str, starts with, and an str, ends with. Let input string equals hello, world. Let starts with string equals hello. Let ends with string equals world. Let starts and ends equals starts and ends with. Input string, starts with string, ends with string. Console.log. String starts and ends with the specified characters, plus starts and ends. In this program, we define a function starts and ends with that takes a string str a substring to check at the beginning starts with and a substring to check at the end ends with as inputs. The function checks whether the string starts with the specified substring and ends with the specified substring. We use the starts with and ends with methods to check if the string starts and ends with the specified substrings, respectively. We return the result of the logical and operation between the two checks. We define the variable input string with the original string that we want to check. In this case, hello, world. We define the variables starts with string and ends with string with the substrings that we want to check at the beginning and end of the string, respectively. We call the starts and ends with function with input string starts with string and ends with string as the arguments, and store the result in the variable starts and ends We use console.log to display whether the string starts and ends with the specified characters. When you run this code, it will check whether the input string starts with the specified substring and ends with the specified substring using the provided function and print the result in the console. For example, string starts and ends with the specified characters, true. Note that the starts with and ends with. Methods are case-sensitive, meaning they consider the case of the characters. If you want to perform a case-insensitive check, you can convert the string and substrings to lowercase or uppercase before comparison. The end.